So, Conor versus Max 2 just got announced. Oh, baby. UFC 329 International Fight Week. And honestly, bro, someone needs to do a fucking welfare check on Michael Chandler, right? Poor guy just waited years of his career for that money fight with Conor. And, bro, he did a whole season of tough with him as well. And fucking Max just swoops in and steals out from under him, bro. I mean, sure. Chandler is getting on the Freedom 250 card. So maybe that's a good consolidation prize to him. But let's be real. It's against Mauricio Hoofy, bro. This guy's basically a budget Conor McGregor. So what the UFC have really done is be like, ah, shit. Sorry, mate, you can't have that multi-million-dollar fight with a guy we promised. But okay, you can go live on the White House lawn and get put on a fucking t-shirt, face down, palms up type shit. But anyway, we're not here to talk about bootleg Conor McGregor. I'm here to talk about the Mac, baby. And the Mac is back. I cannot believe I'm actually going to see a Conor McGregor fight in the Big 26, bro. As a new gen fan, I've actually never seen this guy fight live in MMA before, I don't think. I mean, I saw his boxing match against Floyd Mayweather, but that's about it, I think. I have seen his fights online before, you know. I've watched him back like best McGregor fights ever, but to be fair, I've seen quite a fair few of Max Holloway fights live because you know he is kind of one of my favorite UFC fighters ever since his moment at UFC 300 when he flatlined Justin. But anyway, now that shit was cinema, but. Looking back at this moment, it just makes me think, how the fuck does anyone think Conor is actually got a chance against Max? Like, I don't understand. The guy's been out for like what 5 years? I highly doubt he's been in the gym training this whole time either. You know, in fact, he's probably just been off enjoying all this money he's made on his fucking super yacht, drinking, doing fuck knows what else. Plus, I'm pretty sure he's part of BKFC now, like maybe part of the promotion, maybe he owns part of it. So he's probably off distracted with that as well, so I'm not really sure how invested he is. Meanwhile, Max Holloway's been staying active, fighting the absolute best of the best, while constantly improving. Are we seriously trying to say right now that a rusty Conor is better than someone like, I don't know, Justin Gaethje right now? The same Gaethje Max put to sleep, and who is literally about to fight Ilia Topuria for the undisputed title on the White House lawn. Like, I don't know, man. We can even look at their recent records, you know. Connor's 1-3 in his last four fights. I mean, he got mentally broken by Khabib. Then he came back and TKO'd a completely washed Donald Cerrone. And then after that, he came and lost to Dustin Poirier twice in a row. And in the last one, he literally snapped his leg in half and he hasn't fought since. Meanwhile, Max is 2-2 in his last four, which, I mean, isn't that much better, but context matters here, alright? One loss was getting caught by Ilia Topuria while he was looking the best anyone ever has against him, right? But he got caught, alright? He got caught. You got dominated, but you know what I mean, okay? But one of his other losses was to Charles Oliveira by fucking vicious 5 round ground and hug session. Ground and hug session. So in my eyes, he didn't lose much stock there at all. And let's not forget, Max literally did just beat Dustin Poirier in their trilogy last year, right? This is the exact same Poirier who handed Conor his two most recent losses. So if we're doing the MMA math here, Max is about to school this fucker, alright? But what actually happens on fight night, yeah? Well, personally, I think McGregor's washed, alright? His move to boxing completely killed his MMA career, and he's found little to no success since. With a half-decade absence, you do have to wonder how committed to the game he even is. I'm also wondering if we're gonna get, you know, like prime OG stance Mystic Max, but you know, I highly doubt that. I don't even remember the last time he actually fought like that. To be fair. Anyway, I can see Conor coming out round one, looking decent, maybe landing a few sharp counter shots on Max, but 5 years out the cage against a guy that's known for his volume, man, Connor's going to be drowning in there. I just think he's completely gassed by round two. And people forget, man, calf kicks have evolved into an entirely different game these days, alright? And when Connor was last active, they weren't as big. So I can totally see Max just chopping away at that previously fucked leg Connor has until he can barely stand. But okay, now to be fair, the fight is happening up at welterweight, so maybe this plays into Connor's hands because I don't know if anyone noticed, but he's looking like a pretty big lad these days. But anyway, Max is actually gonna have to fatten up quite a bit to make this weight as well, and we've seen him make these quick weight jumps before against Poirier previously, in fact, and came out to the cage looking chubby and lacking the same pop, quite frankly. But we did also see him make this same weight increase, like properly against Gaethje in UFC 300, and well, I mean the highlights spoke for itself, bro. He looked incredible in that fight. Let's say Max does mess up the bulk and shows up slow. Maybe Connor finds that one sniper shot to drop him. Especially since Ilya did prove that Max's chin can be cracked. But MMA is a tough game, you know. You have to stay active to survive, and really, I just see Max going out there and completely destroying Connor's lead leg, sticking him with combinations, and eventually drowning him with that patented Holloway volume. Either late round 3 or 4 TKO, I think, or a completely dominant decision, 50-45. Maybe Connor finds success in a round, so maybe 49-46, but either way, sadly, I think the Max is going to get packed. But the return of Conor McGregor isn't the only banger fight on this card, alright? You need only look as far as the co-main event to see the absolutely diabolical matchmaking from the UFC. We have Paddy Pimblett taking on Benoit Saint Denis, and man, this might be a fucking tough watch as a proud Brit. I mean, obviously, I want Paddy to win, yeah, but shit, this is a seriously dangerous fight for him. BSD has been on a complete fucking rampage, yeah. He's on a 4 fight win streak with all of these being finishes, whether that's by fucking clean KO or slick submission. BSD is always getting it done when he goes out there. Meanwhile, Paddy is coming off his fucking first loss in the UFC. Now, he did show a ton of heart surviving the 5 rounds with Justin Gaethje, but man, he was actually throwing nukes him and he survived that. It was crazy. But anyway, that was a tough pill to swallow as a Paddy fan. I'm actually genuinely worried for Paddy in this fight as well because BSD is a threat everywhere. I can easily see him chinning Paddy on the feet, or maybe catching him with a head kick as he circles out. Yeah, he loves to throw those. But anyway, we all know Paddy always has his fucking chin straight up in the air. It's actually the type of shit that keeps you on the edge of your seat as well. You know, you just sat there like, oh shit, who the fuck is gonna finally take advantage and spark this guy out? But to be fair to Paddy, like the saying goes, Scousers don't get knocked out. So if this fight does somehow manage to stay on the feet, we might be for another 5 round meat tenderizing on Paddy's face, unfortunately. Now, from a purely jiu-jitsu standpoint, Paddy probably has the advantage here on the ground, but we've seen him struggle to implement this grappling against the elite guys because he just can't seem to get these takedowns. We saw this exact thing happen against Gaethje in that fight, you know. But BSD is a physical monster, yeah. So I don't really see Paddy being able to drag him down easily and implement that grappling. But maybe we're in the good timeline, alright? Maybe Paddy does get dropped and he rolls through, throws up some crazy submission in guard, maybe a triangle, armbar, who knows. But if I'm gonna be honest, I think BSD's the one that takes him down to the mat. He's gonna break Paddy down and just maul him with some brutal elbows. I'm predicting a round 3 TKO via vicious ground and pound, or maybe BSD beats the ever loving shit out of him on top until he can lock up an arm triangle or something and eventually sub him out. And that's not even it, because moving down the card, we also have Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Batista. Now, they've already had a fight, which was crazy back and forth until Corey landed a flying knee and ended it. But just like we said with the main event, these guys are both completely different fighters now, so this should be a crazy one. Some high level scrambles for sure. Both guys showed some crazy shit, but I think Batista looks to be the physically stronger, more imposing guy, but Sandhagen does have such a large arsenal of strikes to pull from that could fucking play into his hands. But honestly, I think this probably gets decided on the ground. I mean, we did see Mario Batista try throw up some random fucking toe hold on Umar Nurmagomedov, and I feel like if he tries shit like that against Corey, you know, Corey trains with Ryan Hall, the proclaimed heel hook wizard, so he knows his shit. I can see Batista making a small mistake in the scramble and Sandhagen just catching him with some dumb submission or maybe blowing his knee up like he did Figgy with some like fucking 50-50 reverse De La Riva fucking 360 guard or something. But yeah, I think I got Sandhagen taking this one. After that, what do we got? Brandon Royval versus Lona Kavanagh. Oh, all right, Royval is an absolute legend, but I mean, to me, he's starting to look a little washed, all right. Meanwhile, Kavner is the so-called next evolution of the flyweight fighters. So you know their new and improved model. But anyway, Kavner did just put on a clinic against Brandon Moreno over 5 rounds as well, and I think he'll carry this momentum forwards. Uh, I'm gonna have to go with Lona Kavner, with a decision over 3 rounds, I think. Then, bro, oh my fucking. Then we got Gable Stevenson versus Elisha Ellison. For I'm not gonna lie, I do not give a shit about this John Jones prodigy. Like, why the fuck is he on the main card over some of the people on the prelims? I don't fucking know, bro. We got Bo Nickel 2.0 right 2.0 right here. I've never heard of this Elijah Ellison guy. Maybe I'm too much of a casual, but yeah. Anyway, either way, I think Gable Steven probably just takes him down instantly and beats the shit out of him till he gets a ground and pound finish in round one. But then below this fucking guy, the prelim headline, we've got Robert Whittaker making his light heavyweight debut against Nikita Krylov. Why is this not on the main card above Gable Stevenson? But I don't fucking know, bro. I've got Whittaker using light man skill to get this shit done. We saw Paul Acosta move up and have success in this weight class, and frankly, I just think Whittaker's probably better than him. So Whittaker by fuck, I saw what he did to Iskram Eleskarov. Whittaker by round 3 TKO, I think. And then, who else we got on here? Oh yeah, Paddy Pimblett's teammate, Luke Riley's on here. That guy probably gets a KO. Oh yeah, and then of course, Cody Durden, my absolute goat, holding it down on the early prelims. Yeah. But that's UFC 329. Looking like a night to remember, to be fair. But let me know down in the comments what you think. Is Conor gonna come up washed, or is he gonna come back prime and just chin Max? But yeah, that's about it. Like, subscribe, and yeah, cheers.
Oh, hi, remember me?
You have your mother's perseverance.